All right, welcome back in. We are on Cockpits. To save my sanity, I'm just going to do one video at each of the manufacturer star yards. Some of them have more than one cockpit, so there'll be just a little bit of running around, but I will put timestamps down there right before I walk into the cockpit, so you could jump straight from what I show you here in the builder to the inside of the cockpit and see that. You don't see me running around. Now, the reason I'm going to do it in this way, and I'm showcasing, is do you see how this occludes a portion of the snap point behind it? So I brought with me a bunch of different things that you would normally place on, the front. Like you'd maybe stick this nose up here because, you want to make it look good, right? You can see it won't work with this cockpit. You aren't able to snap anything to it. Same goes with this bad boy. It just refuses to take it. So this being the slimmest size, even it won't work. So you are prevented with this cockpit of snapping anything behind it on the module above and below where this cockpit snaps to. Sideways, you're perfectly fine. You do whatever you want. Put another cockpit there if you could exit the builder that way. This has two hardpoints. The hardpoints are for guns only and equipment, so brought a jammer with me. That was bright. So you can put a jammer. What you cannot put is an equipment plate. It doesn't like the equipment plate. It's a big no. So the jammers, the quest-related items from the Crimson Fleet, once you get that far, that would work as well. So guns, I'm just going to scroll down this list. You'll see that none of them turn red. That means that's a flat enough space that you can put any gun of any size. It doesn't have a curve that interferes with it. It doesn't have a little, piece of bulkhead sticking up that interferes with it. The bottom's exactly the same, so I'm not going to waste your time going through these all over again. But you can see it will fit any weapon that you choose to put on there. So pick and choose whatever you feel like when you do that. And now we will go inside and take a look-see at this ship.
When you get serious about your spacecraft,
I'm trying out T-Detect, to see if I can get these NPCs to STFU. Because it is kind of annoying. Right. I totally forgot I did all this. Man, I gotta go all the way through my ship now. Where the hell am I on this? Alright, this should be the cockpit. Yes, it is. So will be a timestamp for here. Now here is us walking into the cockpit. This is Deimos. Got a jump seat. Some interesting flare. For those who have not gotten it yet, this is the cockpit of the Mantis. So you got a captain's locker. No frills, that's for sure. It's a very basic. Another jump seat, an unused jump seat. Oh, the armillary, yeah. Here's your cargo hold. Another jump. So you've got 3 jump seats there, 4, 5, 6 total jump seats. Although the crew would actually only use 3 because you can't bring these out. And I will show you getting into the seat and show you the action of how they grab the screen and everything, and then we'll get out and we'll go to the next one. Alright, so now we're just going to board straight back. Give us a nice little shortcut. And we'll go to the next one for Deimos. which is the bridge.
If you can't afford our ship quite yet, of course.
Alright. Make you go away. Let's bring on the bridge. So, the bridge is the way to get 8. It is the only way to get 8. If you just saw my video the other day, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's the only way to get 8 crew stations in a single unit. But all but the base one requires starship design, and they're very expensive. So we're going to go with the base one. There's no interior difference, and I'm not worried about cargo hold on this. And they all give you 8. Someone said recently they thought the base one gave you 6, but I've never seen one with 6, so I don't know, maybe that's some kind of a quest reward. So this gives you 5 hard points this time, and 2 of them are a problem. Plus it also occludes your side, so you can't snap that there, you can't snap that there, but you can snap it there. So the bottom works because it's a straight shot, the top does not, and the side doesn't work. Both sides doesn't work for at least a little bit larger items. I believe this does work. Yes. So you could have a porthole view of the front if you choose to, but you can't really get much of anything else in there. Bumpers, no. So top sides are for the most part occluded. So weapon-wise, that's going to work for anything. These 2 are going to work for anything, with an exception. If you have a really long weapon, you can't put 2 back to back. So just keep that in mind. However, these hard points are a little tricky because they have this curve on it. There are units that have like a drop-down piece. Let's see if we can get one to show up. Oh, is it going to play nice? I think it's going to play nice. Well, make a liar out of me. Alright, so you can do all your guns. You can do your equipment. For the top, you can't do the equipment on the bottom. And you see the occlusion points. So now, let's get out of here. Yeah, this video is going to cost me like 150K. It's alright. Let's go take a jaunt in here. And we'll go take a look at this bridge. This is one of my 2 favorites. You guys always got to just be like all clumped up in a cluster. It's so weird. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the bridge. Why does it sound like the station's under fire? So, nav console. For those of you who watched the video about my ship, this is my bridge. This has lots of seating. And it even has seating that's unused, and it still has lots of seating. Really good views out the side. You can see all kinds of stuff. See all kinds of angles. Check out how your ship's doing. You name it. Whole bunch. It's got 8 on both sides, or 4 on both sides, 4 on both sides back here. So you have a total of 16, plus a co-pilot. You've got your captain's locker. You got your cargo hold. Once again, some... Holy crap, that's a lot of storage units. I've never even seen that before. Anyway... Lots of you, your people will stand up here sometimes and watch. Oftentimes they'll come up here and just walk right in front of you right when you're doing stuff. It's really annoying. Captain's chair. I personally have never seen anyone sit in this. There is someone who responded that they have seen Sam sit in it one time. RNG, I guess. So let's see what it looks like when you sit in this. So nothing special. You get your thing there. We'll go back to board. I gotta change my ship anyway to go back. And I will see you just a moment. We will be at HopeTech. And we're now at HopeTech. So we are working on the Armstrong series of cockpit. There are quite a few, including one that gives you 360 for that tiny little cockpit. I'm not really sure where they're putting it all, but you know, hey, it's space magic. So we're going to start with the base here because we don't really need to go with any of the bigger ones. Save me a little bit of money. 28,000 is a lot, man. 30 mass too, and it requires Starship Design 2 just to be able to put it on your ship. So likely at lower levels you're going to see either these two or maybe this one, and then you're going to have to get up in level and skill to get to these bigger boys. So you will notice straight shot across the bottom. Easy peasy. You can put some swag down there, make your ship look nice. What you cannot do is put anything above it. It's a big no for that. Side is perfectly fine. No issue there. But no weapon hardpoints. This is a regular hardpoint. So you could put structural things. By the way, this doesn't actually work in cockpits. It works on other locations, and it's kind of weird how it looks like it's a dip in the thing, but it really isn't. So yeah, you could put structural pieces down here, but you can't put no weapons. So sure, mount your mount your reactor right to the bottom of the cockpit. That probably works. I'm sure the enemies will love shooting at that. Alright, let's go take a look at it. They just need an escape all. Just let me out of the Windows menu system. Alright. We're going to come in here. You've got, if you have the armillary, you have it there. One station there. Second one there. Actually pretty cool. Pretty military-like in my opinion. So captain's locker, cargo hold. Lots of doodads and whiz-bangs and stuff like that. A reasonable few out, but not great. Let's turn that off and let us sit in the chair. So, like a jet, like a fighter jet type of cockpit. This is a very good view, mind you. Side, you're occluded pretty well. Front's fine. This is great. Alright, we'll finish that. And then I will see you back in a moment at Nova. Alright, we are now at Nova Galactic. There are 3 different cockpits. So you have the basic Magellan cockpit. That's what we're looking at first. And then you go up to the deeper size. I don't know necessarily you want to call it bigger. I mean, it physically is larger. And they even have the NASA one. Now, I don't know that you will have the NASA one. I have done the quest line that where you go to NASA, so maybe that's why I have it. I don't remember that being available back in the day early on. And then they have the big boy. The big boy is the 2-story that has stairs. So we're going to look at all of that in this video today. Starting with the base level Magellan cockpit, just a little bitty boy right here. Good thing about this is you have a very easy way to snap things on the top and the bottom. So that's a nice happy. You can do it to the side. You have options. So in the top now, because this hardpoint is so far back, it's possible there are going to be some weapons that have an issue with that. Let's find out. Yep, right there. So this suppressor is not going to work. This is assuming you have anything directly behind it. Of course, placing these weapons there will make it so you can't put anything directly behind it, like the viewing port or something. See if we can find any others. Yep, there you go. So these disruptors aren't going to work. The regular electron beams aren't going to work. Now we're getting into a whole lot of stuff that isn't going to work because of how big the weapon is itself. So you're definitely going to have a fair bit of issue if you try to use this cockpit and you're using the top for weapons. I would say at this point it's about half that you're not going to fit, just because of how big the weapon is. This, again, we're assuming you have anything directly behind it. Maybe you don't. If you have nothing directly behind it, excuse me, you're going to be just fine. Bottom is not a weapon mount. So you have just a single weapon mount up top. That means this little bad boy right here. It's going to be happily living right there for you. Alright, so let's go in and let us take a look at what this little guy looks like. Alright. I had a problem a minute ago. It took me like 15 minutes to figure out. My ships merged with each other. I was stuck in place, couldn't do anything. I had to fast travel to whole nother location just to be able to get it to stop being a jerk. And then I moved the docking there. Alright, let's take a look at this on the inside. Nice little overhead console. So same thing, you've got 3 up here. Looks like windows are a lot more open. Not much of a station though. It's barren, that's for sure. Here's your captains, here's your cargo. Let's go ahead and sit in this one, see what it looks like. This is one of the ones where you bring it up and bring it in. I think that's kind of cool. It gets old, but it's cool. So viewing angles, great. You got all kinds of viewing from all kinds of directions. And that would work just fine. So let's hoppity skip back over to the ship builder. Let's go with the next size up.
Sure, how about it?
Alright, since I don't know if you would have access to that, we'll just go with the smallest. So now we have side mounts, bottom mount. Side mounts, I'm almost positive. Come here. I'm wrong. So side mounts are for weapons, but it's just a side mount, nothing else. Let's see if bigly size does anything problems here. Alright, so that's a good thing. You don't have any issues there. No top mount. Bottom is also weapons. And I'm pretty sure you can do everything on this one. Looks to be. I don't see any causing any problems. Alright, so 3 mounts and occluded but not entirely. I bet we could fit this. Yes. So because it's got this little dip here, you actually can fit some, although... First, let's see. Yep, that works there. I'm going to bet we can't fit the brake. The bumpers, excuse me. Yeah, can't fit the bumpers. So, you can fit a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Nope. Aw, it's too bad that didn't fit. Well, boo. So, yes, you can fit some, but not too much. Yes, you can fit some, but not too much, just because this sticks up right here. And then sides, you're perfectly fine. So let us go take a look-see. Yep. All right. Quite a bit more voluminous, although it really is the same setup. These are turned sideways instead of forward. They have pretty much the same... I don't think I need that light. Pretty much the same station. You got your captains here. Your armillary there. And there's your cargo hold. Seems like such a waste of space up here on these sides. Like, you'd think they'd put something up there. Alright, let's sit down and see what it looks like. I would say pretty darn good viewing angles. I do like the kind of more manual, more analog setup for this. It just looks nice. And now we look at the one everybody wants to see.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
I think this is the one that literally everybody has come to watch this whole series about. They're like, I don't care about anything, show me the big boy. Alright. Let's do this. So, these are not as expensive as the Deimos versions. So as you can see, you've got 6 snap points in the back. And we'll show you inside how it does staircase. Man, I hope it doesn't do a ladder here, but we'll have to see what happens. So, yeah, no snap points at all. Yep. And if you put anything on the side, it's occluding everything. But it is flat across the bottom. So at the bottom, you are perfectly free. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, there it is. So you're perfectly free to use the bottom. Other than that, it takes up the whole space. What a lot of people will do with their ship is they'll come in from here. It doesn't matter what you have in these snap points because they're not a door. Only this is a door. You see the little arrows pointing inward. And then the top, they'll have either some hab spines, like these guys, coming backwards and then go to like a captain's quarters, or they'll just have a captain's quarters up there. Alright. Let's take a look-see. This is one of my favorites, though it does make it a little difficult to build ships because it's just massive.
Hello.
And you have to a little more carefully plan out your ship so that you don't end up having ladders in weird places because of having multiple things there. Like, this did put a ladder up to that 1x1 because I had it there originally. So, this is going to need light because this is pretty dark in this one. You come in and you've got dual staircases. Wow. So, I feel like this is lost potential right there. Should be a cubby or something. So you got your captain's locker. You got your cargo hold. And your armillary. Lots of viewing. I mean, you can see a lot from a lot of places. Turn that off for a moment. This is another one I have not seen my crew actually sit in it. You can't really get very far up, but boy, the view is just ridiculous. I like the overhead consoles. I feel like this is a missed opportunity. They could have ship status stuff over here, but this is what you do. You got this bridge cover, and you come into the top. Now, obviously, that's connected because that's how I had them before I connected this thing, but you get to see what it can look like, and then this bad boy. You get kind of analog to it, and look at that freaking view. I mean, yeah. You're seeing everything in this shit, in this cockpit. Including other galaxies, looks like. Or that's just stuff on the windshield. So yeah, that one's fun. A little tough, but that's how you get your... We are just so... Because I'm not sure everybody knows. We are in Sol. You know, you got Earth. This is Saturn. We're on Titan. And on Titan, you're going to New Homestead. That is Nova Galactic's headquarters. So, I'll see you back in here in just a moment, and we will be at Stroud. And now we are in Stroud Eklund's Star Yard. So there are 3 total, 2 technically, but 2 variants of 1. So you got the Viking. That's what most people know of Stroud, and that's what we're going to test first. Then you have this little Kontiki, this little big guy, and it enters from the bottom. It just has no back. And then you got the big Kontiki, and it enters from the bottom. There is no back. So we're going to check out all of these today, starting with this first one. Now, you can see you are perfect on top and bottom, side and side. Mount whatever you want to mount there. You have side mounts for weapons, so you can get 4 on the sides total. And then you have these 2 front weapons. Pretty sure these all work on this, just because it's a flat surface. Yes. However, this one in the back and its counterpart on the top, they are not weapon mounts. So they are snap points, which is good if you want to put other things onto it. They're just not weapon mounts. So you could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons on this cockpit if it's going to stick out in front using the using these guys, the weapon mounts. All right, let's go take a look. Right, gotta go up 1. And here we are. Five stations in here. Lots of nice display doodads to give you that kind of realism. Cargo hold over here. Captain's locker there. I love the lighting along the bottom. I think maybe it should extend out. Well, it does extend out to the step there, I guess. And that's just a wire chase. But yeah, nice amount of stations. Looks good. Up here you've got a fairly decent surrounding view. We will hop in the captain's seat and see what it looks like. A little bit more analog, less hands-on. View is not great. You have no real upper view to speak of. The front's fine, sides are decent. I don't like not having an upper view to it, but that is the first that we will check. And now I'm going to have to play some Monopoly with the, or play some Legos with the ship in order to get the other parts
Well, I think
want.
you'll find we have a wise choice.
Alright. So let's nix that. Put that there. Let's come in right here. So we'll start with this one. So little bitty sucker. On the back. Oh, I can't get it because this is in my way. So back would be fine. No occlusion there. Sides would be fine. Front is a problem. But what are you going to stick in front of it anyway? Below it, fine. Above it, I believe these are weapon mounts. Let's find out. They are. And they look pretty flat, but we'll go through it real quick. See if we see any reds. So as long as, you know, they're not two massive things trying to cover each other, I think you're going to be just fine with whatever you put on there. But you do only have the two mounts. So take that for what it is. This guy's going to work up there as well. So that's good there. Alright, let's get out of one arrow. Whoa, 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 whoa. What error? Oh, that's why. Fine. There you go. Derp. Alright. Now let's go take a look at this guy. Then we'll get on to the big boy bridge. So unlike some things, you actually climb into this one. It's not like you click the hole and it sends you up here. You climb into it. It's a little weird. There's Captain's locker. There's cargo hold. That's an interesting way to do it. You got 4 chairs and a big captain's chair. Not really stations, though. I feel like they could have done stations. They could have put the ladder on this backside, put a station here. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. As far as view goes, it looks much, much better. Much better. Still not fantastic, but this up here could be much larger, more deep. What, deep? All right, let's back off. We'll go to the big boy. That one, of course, is going to have its problems with occlusion of other next door modules. Where'd he go? I hate when he disappears. It's so dumb. This is really... And then this guy wears the exact same clothing. It's so dumb when they have him disappear. I'm guessing he goes through there for a little bit. It's a really bad design on Bethesda's part. The guy that you have to talk to just randomly disappears sometimes. My apologies. There'll be timestamps to skip all this. So dumb. Where is he? Not the... Oh, is this it? That's not him. That isn't a book, is it? No. Magazine, I mean. He's down here. Did he come down and say hello to you guys? What is going on? Oh, okay,
Nice to
Mr.
see you
Disappearing
again.
Man.
How can I help? Let's get you set up.
Alright. Get in here. Delete you. Go back. Now let's go, big boy. Very expensive, big boys. Super duper expensive. Okay, so rear, you're going to be fine. It's going to include both sides. Now, you might be able to... Does this have... Okay, so porthole is still fine. A little bit of the structural stuff is still fine. Not a lot. The little structural items you could stick beside there. Maybe put that on there and put a really big weapon on it just to be impressive. So there's a little bit that you can do with it. Not a lot, but a little bit. If you want to put this whole thing over here, up there, you could. So then, let's see. Those look pretty much perfectly flat to me. But we'll check real quick. Not seeing any go red. Yep, so that's all good. I don't see any problem with back, but just in case, let's check out. Back's fine. Yeah, so that'd work. Let's go take a little look-see. Why is he gotta like mad dog me for like 3 seconds before it lets me go off? Mr. Disappearing Man over here. Alright. Oh, Cora. Let's hope T-Detect works with her. Okay. So now... What the hell are you do... Where'd she go? She just... Okay. Alright. Yeah, standing only position back here. Captain's locker. Cargo hold. Of course, all of my NPCs have to be up here. They're like locusts. We have two broken monitors. Probably not the best way to start with a Stroud Eklund tour. Whole bunch of chairs. Lots of chairs. Lots of upper viewing, but not right over the cockpit. That's not a great idea. Yeah, that's terrible. That was a terrible design choice. I mean, I can dig all of this part. But what? Let's put in a little tiny window and not just take that across. Bad design. Alright, so one last video. We're going to head over to Taiyo. I'll be right back. And now we are at our finale. This is Taiyo Astroneering. They actually only have one cockpit. It's a whole bunch of different varieties, but they're all the same. They just give you different levels of cargo space. So we are going to go with this guy, the Samurai Enhanced, which has all of a single snap point, and it's a snap point. That's all it is. There's no weapon hard points on this at all. Top, bottom, perfectly fine. Sides, perfectly fine. You will have no issue snapping any kind of decorations or curves or anything you want. Especially that bottom piece. I don't know if this one has it or not. It does. So you could do something like that, which a lot do. Quite a few do, or this guy. Wrong side. There you go. So, you have options, and they will work because it's little. It's a little one. So I am going to, first off, I'm going to show, some may not even know where the hell this is in Neon, or that it even exists in Neon. So we're going to go down to the lobby. When you come into Neon, you come in right in the center. And this whole side is all red. When you come in, turn to the right, you'll see red. Just keep following the red until you come down here. You go into this. It's the second floor up. It's Taiyo Astroneering. So that's how you get to it. Now I'm going to attempt to... Not core, this one. See if this will put me on the landing dock. Hey. Alright. Let's check this little guy out. Very roomy. There's cargo hold, there's armillary, captain's locker. Total waste of space. I mean, completely wasted opportunity. You could easily have a sideways control center here with a chair, besides just having like what is essentially passenger chairs. So, total waste. Nice viewing though. Can stand up all the way up here. Nice little cockpit. Very good views. So space fights will be no issue there. Can't really turn my head to the side. A little bit of a side blind eye, but yeah, great views. Alright, that will end the cockpit video. I don't think I missed any. I went to all the different star yards. If I missed some random one that is in some random place, just let me know. And I will maybe make an addendum video to it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.